road trip through Oman, get ready, this one's wild. We're going from scorching desert dunes to nesting turtles on the coast, then all the way up to the highest mountains in the country. Stick around for all the real tips to make this drive easy, and hit the like and subscribe so you don't miss the ride. Day 1. Muscat's cultural highlights and cave adventure. Morning, Sultan Qaboos Grand Mosque. Let's begin your Oman adventure right here in the capital of Muscat. The first stop of your morning is the beautiful Sultan Qaboos Grand Mosque. This monumental complex is built entirely of brilliant white marble. It's a huge structure, and you'll see the 5 minarets marking its boundaries. The tallest one soars to 91.5 meters. The complex also uses 300,000 tons of luminous Indian sandstone. The main prayer hall is the feature that truly draws the crowds. Spend a few minutes here walking through the shaded, open courtyards and observing the detailed mosaic work. Then step inside the hall and you'll find 2 world-class masterpieces: the massive, intricate Swarovski crystal chandelier and the famous hand-woven carpet that covers the entire floor. The absolute best part? Entry's completely free. I advise you pay very close attention to 2 essential details. Visiting hours run from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Saturday through Thursday. The dress code is strict, so ensure you're covered up before you arrive. Muttrah, Corniche, and Souq. After the quiet reverence of the mosque, it's time to switch gears and dive into the historic heart of Muscat. Head straight for the Muttrah Corniche. This iconic waterfront stretch is the perfect place for a mid-morning stroll. You can walk right along the harbor, enjoying fantastic views of the massive royal yachts, traditional dhows, and the jagged Hajar Mountains providing a dramatic backdrop. Next, you have to turn into the Muttrah Souq. This is one of the oldest marketplaces in the Arab world, and the experience is sensory. It's dimly lit, winding, and filled with incredible smells. This is where you need to stock up on Oman's signature scents: frankincense, potent Omani perfumes, and exotic spices. Keep your eyes peeled for antique silver jewelry and stunning textiles too. Insider tip: haggling is expected in the Souq. Don't be shy about negotiating for better prices, especially when you're buying multiple items. Late morning, Royal Opera House, Muscat. You can't leave this part of Muscat without one final stop. Head to the Royal Opera House in Shati al-Kurum. This architectural masterpiece uses a brilliant Omani design that stands out immediately. The structure's precision is visible even from the exterior walk, but the true excitement is waiting inside the venue. This is Oman's premier stage. Step into the main interior spaces and you instantly feel the country's high-end cultural commitment to opera, concerts, and international performances. The craftsmanship inside is superb. You'll see an intricate blend of local woodwork and stone detailing mixed with pure modern luxury. To truly appreciate these details, my advice is to grab the guided tour. You can book a tour on most days of the week, and the fee is approximately $8. Trust me, it's money well spent, especially for the design details you can't see from the outside. Afternoon, lunch at Darcy's Kitchen. It's time to move from grand architecture to pure comfort food. Since you're already in the area, head straight over to Darcy's Kitchen. This place is famous for its cozy European-inspired ambiance with cheerful yellow and blue decor. They serve fantastic all-day breakfast favorites from the full English alongside huge, fresh Spartan salads and absolute classics like their club sandwich. The food here is constantly fresh and utterly delicious. You can expect to pay between $13 and $19 for a main dish or a massive salad. Time to grab your midday fuel and hit the road. Majlis al-Jinn Cave Exploration. It's time to head south. The next stop is a total shift in scenery. Trade the cozy city for the high desert and head straight for the Selma Plateau. You need 3 hours of road time. Forget the standard car. You must secure a strong SUV for this journey because the Plateau Road is rugged and intense. This is the kind of blood-pumping adventure you came for. You're here to see Majlis al-Jinn, the second largest cave chamber in the entire world, resting more than 4,000 feet above sea level. The chamber is immense, so huge you won't believe it. You could fit a dozen jumbo jets inside its space. General public access to the cave is currently restricted. You can't go inside. The adventure is simply getting to the top. Once you reach the rim, you'll see the 3 distinct sinkholes that drop hundreds of feet into the darkness below. It's a natural formation full of pleasant surprises. The drive itself offers rugged views across the entire plateau. Before you head back down, take a quick walk around the plateau rim. The views are unbelievable, and the open area is perfect for photos. Even if you only view the cave from the rim, the journey is a true taste of Oman's wild side. Insider tip. The road is serious. If your off-road skills aren't top tier, don't risk your rental car or your sanity. My personal advice? Grab a private 4x4 driver guide just for the ascent and descent. It buys you pure, stress-free confidence and usually runs between $200 and $260 for the whole day. Evening. Dinner at MRA Bakery and Restaurant. Believe me, you will be hungry when you get back to the city. That Majlis al-Jinn adventure takes it out of you, but I have the perfect spot waiting, MRA Bakery and Restaurant. This is not a quiet fine dining experience. This place is huge, bustling, and always packed with local families. This is how you know the food's incredible. The energy here's vibrant, serving up some of the best South Indian and Arabic flavors in Muscat. You have 2 orders you cannot miss. First, grab the mutton biryani. It's fragrant, perfectly spiced, and served in massive portions. Your alternative is the amazing layered, flaky paratha with rich gravy. Trust me, both are phenomenal. The best part is you'll be full for only $10 to $15 per person. It's the perfect, authentic feast to cap off an intense day. Day 2. Desert landscapes and coastal wildlife. Morning. Wahiba Sands. The first day was dedicated to conquering mountains. Now we shift gears. You're heading straight toward the legendary Wahiba Sands. This is a massive journey, set aside about 3 to 4 hours from the city to just get to the access point. Because of that long drive, a great option is to skip the rental hassle and book a dedicated day tour that runs directly from the capital. Pay $250 to $350 for a private tour, and you buy zero stress and guaranteed fun. If you choose to drive yourself, remember that a 4x4 is non-negotiable for entering the dunes. Your best move is arranging a transfer directly from one of the desert camps. They'll meet you at the edge of the sands and take you straight in. Once you clear that entry point, the landscape turns into open desert right away. Get ready for endless stretches of dunes, some of them climbing an incredible 320 feet high. This vast landscape is the territory of the nomadic Bedouin people, and they'll be your expert guides, navigating you through their home. Your morning excursion is pure action. You'll be ripping through the sands on a quick dune drive, stopping at insane viewpoints, and you can grab a quick camel ride or try sandboarding if you have the time. This is your desert fix for the day. Now, let's head back on the road. Afternoon, lunch at Wasabi Sands. You just spent the morning tearing up the sand. You need to refuel immediately. If you book a full-day tour or arrange to camp transfer, your lunch is almost certainly covered by the package, usually served right at the edge of the desert. That's the easy way out. If you're handling the logistics yourself and just drove your 4x4 out of the dunes, head back toward the main highway. Take a stop near the town of Al Raqqa and look for the Greek House restaurant. This place is no frills, but the food is solid, fast, and exactly what you need to get going again. Trust me, grab the mixed grill or the makluba here. You'll be fed and ready for only $5 to $10. Late afternoon, Wadi Bani Khalid. Time to wash off the desert dust. You're heading straight for Wadi Bani Khalid, easily the most accessible oasis on the road to the coast. The drive from your lunch spot takes about 45 minutes, and the route leads you directly to the main parking area. Forget about long, exhausting hikes. Just follow the short walkway, and you'll be standing right in front of the wide, emerald pools at the center of the valley. The water here is the star of the show. It flows year-round, framed by massive palm trees and smooth rock terraces that are perfect for lounging. It's the perfect place to cool down after a morning in the sand. Jump in for a quick swim, walk along the edge to see the different pools, and grab a few incredible photos before you continue your journey toward Ras Al Jinns. Insider tip. Since this is a popular spot for local families, the dress code counts. Make sure you keep your shoulders and knees covered when you're walking around to keep it respectful. Evening. Dinner at Ras Al Jinns Turtle Reserve. From Wadi Bani Khalid, drive about 2.5 hours east to hit the coast at Ras Al Jinns. Book your stay right at the reserve center. It puts you exactly where the action is. Once you set in, don't worry about hunting for food in the dark. Trust me, you are out in the wild here, and the last thing you want to do is drive back out onto those unlit roads to find a restaurant. Head straight to the on-site Souq restaurant. They lay out a solid buffet mixing local Omani dishes and international standards for around $25 to $30. Fill your plate and relax. You have a late-night adventure coming up. Late evening, night turtle viewing. After dinner, head over to the visitor center for the main event. Ras Al Jinns is the official protected zone where green turtles come ashore to nest, and this is your chance to see it happen live. The first tour kicks off around 9 p.m. If you booked a room at the reserve, you walk right in for free. If you're visiting just for the night, a ticket runs you about $20. You follow the guide across the beach in total darkness to find the nesting sites. It's a bit of a trek through soft sand, but you get to stand right there and watch these massive creatures dig their pits and lay their eggs. It's a raw and quiet experience, and watching them slowly drag themselves back to the ocean is unforgettable. Insider tip. The guides are deadly serious about the no light rule. Keep your phone in your pocket and flashlights off. White light scares the turtles, so just trust the guide's red lamp and enjoy the show. Day 3. Forts, mountain villages, and canyon views. Morning. Bahla Fort. Leave the coast behind and head inland toward Bahla. It's a solid 3 to 4 hour drive, taking you right to the edge of the mountains. Your first stop is Bahla Fort, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that dominates the landscape. The backstory here is wild. Local legends claim that Jinn, spirits, built this massive structure in a single night to protect the town. When you see the sheer size of the walls, you might actually believe it. Grab a ticket for around $11 and get inside. The complex is a huge maze of mud brick courtyards, ancient wind towers, and defensive walls. It feels ancient, and wandering through the old rooms gives you a raw look at how people lived and fought here centuries ago. Just keep a close eye on the clock. The fort usually closes around 4 p.m., but if you visit on a Friday, they shut the gates at 11 a.m. sharp, so don't show up late. Insider tip. Bahla is famous for its pottery. Before you leave town, swing by a local workshop to watch the masters work the clay on traditional foot-spun wheels. I recommend checking out the Al Adawi Pottery Workshop. It's a family-run spot where you can stand right next to the craftsmen and watch them shape the jars from scratch. Late morning. Brunch at Veranda Restaurant. Before you head higher into the mountains, make a stop at Veranda Restaurant inside the Dusit D2 Nasim Resort. Finding a reliable meal in this remote area can be a bit of a gamble, so I recommend coming here to play it safe. The kitchen makes the kind of comfort food you actually want after a long drive. The pizza and spaghetti bolognese are consistently good, but if you're looking for something lighter, the salmon salad is the winner. Mains run between $25 and $40. It's a bit on the pricier side, but for the quality and peace of mind, it's absolutely worth the stop. Afternoon. Jebel Akhdar. From lunch, keep climbing the Jebel Akhdar highlands. Just like with the desert, you need a four-wheel drive for this road. The police check every car at the bottom, and they will turn you away if you show up in a sedan. Once you reach the top, the heat disappears and you find yourself surrounded by massive terraced gardens carved right into the cliffs. This area is famous for its orchards, so you see walnuts, apricots, and pomegranates growing everywhere. I recommend taking the village walk. It's a paved trail that connects the old stone villages like Al-Akur. You'll walk straight through the farms and see the ancient irrigation channels that have kept this place green for centuries. Insider tip. For the best view in the mountains, find Diana's Point. Princess Diana actually stopped here in the 80s, and standing on that platform gives you a perfect, wide-open shot of the canyons below. Evening, dinner, Reem Al Yaman. After coming down from Jebel Shams, head straight into Al Hamra for dinner at Reem Al Yaman Restaurant and Kitchens. This spot is huge with the locals because it serves classic Yemeni dishes at incredible prices, usually just $5 to $10. The food is simple and filling. Trust me, grab the popular orders like the chicken mandi, the large rice trays, or the mixed grills with fresh flatbreads. They even serve camel meat dishes alongside with basic sides like soups, salads, and fried potatoes. The portions are generous, and they get the food to you fast, which is exactly what you need after a long day in the mountains. Useful info for spending 3 days in Oman. Best time to visit. The best time to visit Oman is from October to April. This is when the daytime temperatures stay manageable for exploring the coast, the desert, and the mountain regions. Expect averages around 80 degrees Fahrenheit or 27 degrees Celsius with noticeably cooler conditions in the highlands. Avoid the summer months. The heat often climbs above 100 degrees Fahrenheit or 38 degrees Celsius, which makes outdoor sightseeing difficult. City airport tips. Your entry point is Muscat International Airport, which sits about 19 miles or 30 kilometers away from the main city districts. The drive into town usually takes around 20 to 30 minutes. The easiest option is to grab a taxi right outside arrivals. They use fixed zone pricing, so you don't have to haggle. Expect to pay between $25 and $40 to get to most hotels in the city. You can also book a private transfer in advance if you want to skip the line. Make sure you get your logistics sorted before you step outside. You can pick up a local SIM card and find an ATM right there in the terminal building. Where to stay? When choosing your home base, aim for the spots that make the logistics easy. Stay in Muscat for your arrival and departure. It's the simple choice with mid-range hotels usually running between $70 and $140. For the coast, stay right at Ras Al Jinns. It's the practical move because it keeps you close to the night viewing, so you avoid driving in the dark. Rooms generally range from $80 to $150. For the final day, look at Nizwa or Al Hamra. These towns offer an easy starting point from the mountain drive toward Jebel Akhdar and Jebel Shams, with nightly rates around $60 to $120. How to get around. The best way to get around Oman is by car. Public transport doesn't reach the deep desert or the high mountain areas, so you need a vehicle to see the main sights. The highways are easy to follow, and you can find rental agencies all over Muscat. Taxis work well for short trips, but for the long routes in this itinerary, I recommend a private driver or your own four-wheel drive. It gives you the flexibility to control your own schedule. Where to eat? Your meals change completely as you move across the country. In Muscat, go to Beit al-Luban by the Corniche for the best slow-cooked shuwa. It runs about $30 to $50. For a vegetarian or vegan meal, head to Saravana Bavan instead. Their South Indian dosas are incredible and cost only $5 to $10. On the coast near Sur, look for Zaki Restaurant. Locals love this spot for fresh grilled fish and spicy curries, and you'll pay just $10 to $15. In the mountains, find Bin Atek in Nizwa. You eat in private, carpeted rooms and share traditional Omani rice trays. It's a fun, authentic experience that runs about $15 to $20. You just pulled off the perfect mix of action and culture. From driving the 4x4 deep into the dunes to exploring the cliffside farms, you covered the absolute best of Oman like a pro. If this guide saved you time, hit like and subscribe so you never miss an update. And if you're ready to keep the journey going, the Dubai video's right here to take you to your next destination.